Hopefully that will work. So I'm going to show you guys the Flow Tricast app, but first I'm just going to show you around the interface a little bit more. And Sierra says she's figured out the last step, but it was complicated enough. I don't want to try to get the Mac people installed on Tricast today. We'll get you good instructions. Okay, so you have seen us do this presentation kind of steps. Let me walk through how some of these buttons work on the far right-hand side. And let me just tell Sierra. I'm not going to try Tricast for Mac people. Thank you. Even though she thinks she's got it figured out. Okay, so on the right-hand side, there is more information that you can get about the flow. Not too much there. You actually can add content, like put in your sources in the flow editor. So there's a place for you to do that. Present, you can go full screen, which is pretty handy. I'm recording this browser tab right now, so it didn't let me go full screen, but it's really nice to present without having the full background here. In fact, just so it's really clear what's going on, I'm going to share my screen instead of just watch my video. You can also hide the buttons. Notice all the buttons disappear. They're actually still there, but they're just all black, so you can't see them. So when you're presenting, you may want to hide that. You also might want to hide the background, which basically will make the whole background black, and that is used for a little bit more sophisticated AR. I'm going to skip over that right now. You can edit the flow directly here. Either, since I'm the owner of this, I could edit the flow, but most of the time, if it's not your own flow, it'll say edit a copy. Okay, here's the fun stuff. So this is how we actually do all the meetings that you guys see. So remember, there's multiple ways you can share a flow, right? You can just share a single user flow, and share this public link does that. Now let me tell you about that just a little bit more. This link is not searchable. No one is ever going to be able to, to Google it or find it. So it's undiscoverable. But it is now in this mode, but since I shared the public link, it is in a mode where anybody who has this link can see it. So it's medium level security. For most applications, it's just fine. We're pretty comfortable doing that. And it is unguessable. In the other way that we can share things in a more secure way is to share privately. When you share it privately today, you actually need to have users in the registered for the Flow application. Very soon, probably in the next few days, we'll have an invite button, which will invite people to register for the Flow application so that you can share it with anybody you would like. And when it's shared privately, they will have to enter their username and password to get to this flow. So that's a more secure way of sharing it. And the last one of these is to start a meeting. Now, when I start a meeting, it automatically pops up this URL and this QR code. And I'm just to remind you how this works. Not everybody has necessarily seen this. In the chat window, I'm actually going to put this URL so that some of you can join me, because I actually want to be able to pass control to other users. So if some of you will click on that URL in the chat window, and when you do, I should see, there we go, JG, Katie, you see the participant list showing up on my far right-hand side of the screen. If you open your little sidebar, you will also see that participant list. And so just to have this clear, Eric, do you want to share your screen, and we can continue to talk through how this works? And if you don't, just speak up. Eric? Okay, Ryan, you're smiling. Do you want to share your screen?
Did you want us to open this on our laptop? Because I opened it on my phone.
Oh, okay. Well, instead of go ahead and show us what you're seeing on your phone real quick. Just hold it up and so everyone can see. So you've got the same users. You see my icons moving around as well, right? And he's got the same buttons in order to share and interact. So Ryan, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make you the presenter. So on your phone, you got those three little arrows on the bottom right. And if you click the forward arrow, yes, you are now controlling the flow for everybody, right? Go ahead and step forward again. So he's clicking the forward arrow and we all stay synced up. We all can move around in the space, but he is in doing master control there. So let me try this again. Natasha, I've just put you in control. You get the little arrows pop up. Go ahead and click forward. So there's little arrows in the lower right of your screen. Yes, you got it. So we are now looking at, oh, you went back, good. Go forward a step. You can also use the arrow keys on your keyboard, actually. The same way that it works on PowerPoint. Great. I'm going to go ahead and take view back. The other thing I can do is I can actually have you guys all view my stream. So I have actually taken control of your viewpoint now. I'm going to zoom in here to the Flow Immersive logo. So if there's some aspect of the data that I want to particularly point out, maybe here, let me advance to this area here. I'm just going to go ahead and zoom in. You know, this is where this red dot, that's where it all started. I want everybody to see the red dot. So that's a pretty handy way to help get everybody on the same page. Give people control, but also take it away from them when you want to. Okay, I'll stop there. Any questions on how the multi-user is working?
So you control that? You control who gets control?
Yes, but if I make you presenter, then you also will be able to control who gets control. So Eric, I just made you the presenter. And that means that
So I can switch like this and I'm moving around the thing. Does everybody see that? Or do I control that to everybody's view?
No, so when you're the presenter, you control the arrows that are clicked on, and if you click on a dot, we'll see what you click on in terms of the pop-ups. But yes, I see that you just selected Scotland County.
Okay, so I can do that, but they're controlling the screen as far as they can look around and turn it and do all kinds of things like that.
Yes. If you roll over your user, you'll see something about viewing the stream. And when you select that, then you take control over everybody's ability to turn around as well. I'm not 100% sure. Do you see the view stream button?
No, I'm not with you there. Well, what do you mean view screen? Where is that button?
Okay, so take a look at my screen.
Okay.
And when I roll over my user, I see view stream. And that's how I can take over your control your view, your perspective on the data.
Okay.
So if I make you presenter again, or here, I just made your stream. Now you're turning my screen right now.
Okay, I got it.
Yep.
Can you shift and collect everybody?
When I make let me answer. So the question is, can I make everyone see my stream, or can I make everyone see your stream?
Can I affect the view that everyone has?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So
when you
Go ahead.
make Eric the presenter, does he have control then to make other people presenters? And then can he like delete you and like hijack the whole thing?
No, he can't delete me. He can hide my avatar, but since I created the meeting, I always have control to get it back again.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So it's not as sophisticated system as, like Zoom or something like that. I mean, there's not tons of options, but I think it's the simple, most important ones that you're going to want to be able to have control over. So let me stop there. Just to get you all back on the same page, I'm going to go ahead and end the meeting. And that's going to force everybody back to look at my video again. Okay. Let me switch to a different mode and show you the app. So if I hear shows. So this is the Flow Tricast app, and it's a downloadable executable on Mac and Windows. On Windows, it's simple. You can just double click the exe. On Mac, we're still a little earlier, and we are asking you to install those preferences. And the preferences are absolutely necessary for the app to work. So I think what I'm going to do is I'll get you the instructions. If you're brave, you can go ahead and work on that. We won't do it real time here. And then if you're less brave, wait a week, maybe two, I'm not sure when, and you won't have to go through the hard process. But what's cool here is the basic app is that I can have a scene with me full screen. Now I still have control over my video and the background, select the background image. This is just selecting it off of my computer. I can also put myself in the lower right. Again, I have control. I can move it around. And any changes you make are saved, which is kind of handy, right? It's nice to, if you want yourself smaller or bigger, or there. One of the things that I've done is I actually have a green screen. So pops that up. Oh, oops, sorry. Video options is not where it is. It's under the camera properties. So I have a green screen. This is what my world, sorry, I glitched. My internet glitched. Am I back?
Yeah, you were gone for about 10 seconds.
Yeah, you're back.
Yeah, sorry. I live out in the woods. Everybody just gets used to that with me, unfortunately. So I actually have a green screen. It's actually a big sheet of material that I have put up on my wall. Early in the COVID days, I just bought a sheet of green material off of Amazon. There's other ways to do it. So the green screen is pretty nice. It gives you this really nice cutout, but you don't have to use it, of course. So with the green, here, I'm going to turn it off just so you can see what happens. So you can put yourself in the corner without a green screen, and that works great too, right? Or go full camera, full screen. So it's not a problem if you don't have a green screen, but it sure looks sharp if you do, and I would encourage people to do that. You can also select to just show the flow window only or the still image only, but that's basically the part there that matters. I guess I should show you, you do have to select what window you want to share. So I can, calculator is open. I didn't know the calculator is open. Whatever. You do need to pick the window that you're going to share, and you tend to have to do that every time. Questions regarding the Tricast app? All right. We think it's pretty cool. We tried to make something that was really simple and straightforward that just does the things that we wanted to do. But it is a powerful app if you want to, tweak your brightness and contrast and everything. It's just right click and work with it.
So will you send us when that app is downloadable for Macs?
Yeah. What I'm going to do is I'm going to point you to the folder now. Just go ahead and get that to you, and it does have the instructions that we will improve here in the next few hours if Sierra's workaround works. So where's my chat window? You know how Zoom, you just lose? There it is. Okay. Found the chat window. Now let me get the URL for this folder. And of course, I've lost the chat window. Okay, so this is the directory that I just gave you. There's a Macintosh folder in Windows. Windows is straightforward. You can just double-click the exe, download it, and double-click it, and away you go. Nothing complicated there. For Macintosh, you'll need to download the DMG, install it, and right now this Flow Tricast zip folder needs to go into the right place. And yes, I clearly can spell install. Anyway, and it gives you instructions on where to put it in your library application support folder. But turns out it's not as trivial as I would think. I guess there is one thing I really should show you, which is when I do the install. So let me share my screen. This video feed appears in your video sharing pull down. So instead of sharing your front camera, you'll share the Flow Tricast virtual camera. And that's our merged video feed. All right. Well, you have burned a perfectly good hour, and we just went away.